Tayshia Adams is our surprise new Bachelorette, so today we're breaking down everything you need to know about her. Hey guys, welcome to another Shared News from Home. Since Tayshia Adams has become our surprise new Bachelorette, we wanted to go over all the reasons Bachelor Nation is obsessed with her. But before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, and today I am so excited to introduce you guys to Avery Grooms. Avery, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Avery. I'm 22 years old and I'm a huge Bachelor fan. I'm super excited to talk about our new Bachelorette, Tayshia, today.
Awesome. All right, so let's just dive right in. I want to kick things off with the basics. All of those little facts we should all know about Tayshia. She is 29 years old from Newport Beach, California. She attended Concordia University in Irvine, where she graduated in 2012 with a degree in biology. So basically, she's a genius. She has worked as a phlebotomist, which in case you guys aren't familiar, that's basically the technician who takes your blood at the doctor's office. So that's a very serious job. She's also worked in interior design. And now, of course, since going through Bachelor Nation, is a bona fide influencer over on Instagram. Her page is amazing. She has two brothers and a sister and is very close to her family. Before appearing on The Bachelor, she was actually married. Her husband's name was Josh Bourelle. They had been together for 6 years, and Josh was actually Tayshia's first ever boyfriend. She spoke about how difficult the divorce was for her on The Bachelor. She said, quote, "You can't make someone want to be married." We're going to dive more into her time on Colton season in a little bit. But for now, let's check out a clip of her opening up to Colton about her divorce. Check it out, you guys.
I guess I could kind of sense we weren't doing very well, and I think that's why I fought so hard. But you can't make someone want to be married, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, what a powerful clip. I think it was so brave of her to look for love again in front of a national television audience. Avery, what were your thoughts on her decision to join The Bachelor?
Yeah, I think that's a huge deal for her, given she only had one boyfriend who she ended up marrying. They were together for 6 years, and then 18 months after the divorce, she goes on The Bachelor. So she's not even that very familiar with the whole dating scene in general. So this was a huge leap of faith she took, and I thought that was so brave of her.
Totally. I completely agree. And honestly, watching back that conversation, she's so confident. She's so well-spoken. And I feel like she really had a true sense of who she was as a person, which I find totally impressive. What were your thoughts on her ability to open up about that, knowing cameras were on her, knowing the world was, going to see that?
Yeah, like you said, she's super well-spoken. I think she's really mature and just confident. It wasn't a conversation she wanted to have, obviously, but it was one she knew she had to. And I think the timing with that, she decided to do it on their first date, get it out there. They seemed super comfortable with each other. It all ended up working out well. And I'm glad she did that then instead of waiting till a later date. And that was really a turning point for Tayshia in the show. That's when we really got to see her open up, and she was kind of the main contender from that point on. Also, we have a clip from Nick Vial's podcast where she actually opened up about getting cheated on. We have a clip of their chat as well right here.
My ex was unfaithful as well. So yeah, he was moving on and I just was kind of forced to in a way. I was in a really low place at that time.
Wow. I mean, what a interesting conversation, especially considering we didn't know that initially. I think that is one of the things Tayshia's fans love about her, how open and honest and vulnerable she's willing to be with her audience. I admire that about her. What are your thoughts on her sort of connection with fans?
I do too. This is definitely the hardest thing for her to talk about, and the fact that she gets questioned about it probably more than she would like. She handles it so well, and she doesn't hold back on anything she says. She's, like you said, so open and honest, and I think that's what everyone really loves about her. That's really how she became one of the fan favorites, because she was just so authentic.
Totally.
All right, so now let's dive into her Bachelor Nation journey. We first met Tayshia in 2019 when she competed on Colton Underwood's season of The Bachelor. She was a fan fave and made it all the way to the final 3. Her and Colton had some totally sweet moments together. Let's check out a clip.
It's been quite some time since I've felt this open and vulnerable with a guy, but comfortable and secure at the same time.
Wow. I mean, okay, I couldn't remember like how into them I was. And that clip to me, like they had some serious chemistry. When you watched their season, were you rooting for them? Was she one of your faves?
Yes, especially after that date right there. And she mentions she finally feels super comfortable, super secure. And like, that's something that's hard for her. So I thought like this was a huge turning point for the both of them. And then we cannot forget about the date when they jumped out of the plane.
Oh my God.
Let's go ahead and play that clip.
Oh my gosh. So cute. And I think that that's like such a great example. Like obviously she and Colton didn't end up together, but to me, like watching that clip back, it just sort of shows like how we all fell in love with her bold and like adventurous personality. I could not jump out of a plane if somebody asked me to.
No.
Television show or not. That's so not me. So I feel like she's just this adventurous, incredibly bold personality. You said you wouldn't jump out of a plane either.
I don't think so. I mean, she just goes with the flow. Like we said, she's super brave. She just does not hold anything back. And I think that's why Colton did like her. He always said how much he would trust her. And I remember he would always go to her for her like input on like some drama that was going on in the house or advice. And she looked at that as something like, oh, Colton can trust me with this information. But at the end of the day, I think he was just doing that to get more insight on Cassie or like, you know.
That's actually a really good point that you bring up, because aside from all of these cute moments, obviously they had chemistry, they had a lot of fun together. But in Colton's book, he did very bluntly explain that he would have cut Tayshia, but wanted to separate Cassie and Kaylin because he, quote, knew their friendship had grown and thought it might be interfering with his relationship with Cassie. He said if Kaylin went home, it might let Cassie see that I was more serious about her. So to me, all I'm going to say is yikes. I know we're here to talk about Tayshia, but that quote from Colton makes me angry at Colton than it makes me like reflect on Tayshia. But
yeah,
what are your thoughts?
Like that hurts.
Right? Like harsh.
Like I would be pissed if I heard he said that about me once. And then it's like, okay, so you're basically admitting that you strung me along this whole time just to like save yourself in the end for this one girl. Like just let her go. And it seemed so genuine, but turns out it wasn't what it seemed.
Totally. Regardless of all of that, Tayshia ended up okay. She appeared on season 6 of Bachelor in Paradise, and she did reveal while she was in Paradise that Colton wasn't the best kisser. So she got her own little shade in there as well.
Good for her.
Right? Totally agree. She was highly sought after in Paradise. Obviously, people were thrilled to see her there because she is amazing. There was, though, a fairly messy love triangle that came about with her, John Paul Jones, and Derek. And you guys, there was quite a fight. I did not forget this, but in case anybody out there did, we do have a clip. Check it out.
Since things ended with Demi, that maybe you should get engaged to Tayshia. Verbatim, you said that.
What does that have to do with you? You had zero.
Well, you're not the right guy for Tayshia.
Okay.
Just being honest with you.
Wow. You guys, I remember that moment because, and I think that this is something that's said, I know I'm not the first Bachelor fan to say this, but like the guy drama is never as like fun and entertaining as the girl drama. And as much as that was like a serious moment and so dramatic, like that to me was one of my like favorite moments of that season because it was just so wild. What were your thoughts on those two just going at it? Yeah, what do you remember from
I think that was my favorite moment too. I thought it was hilarious, honestly. Like just both of their arguments, I was laughing the whole time. I loved to see it. I kind of wanted more of it actually, but it was super entertaining.
So ridiculous. I know. I hate to be like the drama was my favorite part because I know it's like people fighting, and that's not great, whatever, but so entertaining. She does, of course, go on to find love with John Paul Jones. They have a little paradise romance, but then she does dump him in paradise as well. And we do have a clip of that. It is truly heart-wrenching, you guys, so brace yourselves.
Thank you for some of the most magical moments in my life.
Oh no, they're not together. Oh my God, she's running after him.
Oh my goodness. So heartbreaking. What a breakup. They like seem to be just in different places. And I remember being like, I can't believe this is happening. But my heart just broke for her when she runs after him on the beach, feeling so guilty and sad. What were your thoughts on that initial breakup?
It's definitely clear that she struggles with the idea of like believing if he's ready for love, despite the fact he said, I love you. And they're just not at the same headspace. And I feel like she wants to be, especially when she goes running back, but it just doesn't seem like she felt like it could work. But they surprised fans on the Bachelor in Paradise reunion by announcing they gotten back together. We should note, though, Reality Steve wasn't sold on this reunion and hinted they had once again broken up before the reunion special aired. Regardless, they called it quits in October 2019. At the time, Tayshia explained that it was, quote, impossible to see each other and build a life with each other. 4 months post-breakup, she said, I'm officially ready to date. I can't say I've been in the last couple months because I've just been so busy on working on myself. But just recently, I've started embracing the fact that there are guys out there that I'm kind of into. So I think it's opened some doors for me. She continued, now that I am a single woman and I am available to date really whomever I please, there are some attractive men in Bachelor Nation, but also outside of Bachelor Nation. She continued, I'm honestly open to anything.
Wow. So to me, that whole arc is like one of the craziest. They were together, then they weren't together, like so emotional. I think that honestly, regardless of what Steve says, I like to believe that they tried to make it work and it just kind of didn't work out. And she took the necessary time to like be ready to date again. And that brings us to, let's just jump ahead a little bit on this timeline, because in addition to being over that breakup and ready to date again, she was ready to step in as our Bachelorette. She did express public interest in being the Bachelorette before Claire was announced, which I think is really interesting. So back before Claire is official, Entertainment Tonight did chat with Tayshia about the possibility of being our Bachelorette. And she said at the time, I don't know if I can say yes or no. She laughed when she was asked if there had been any official conversations and said, I plead the fifth. She went on to say, I have to say anything that comes my way, I am ready for. I'm ready for love. So that was, of course, before it was announced that Claire was going to be our Bachelorette and everyone got on board and was excited about Claire's season. And now, I don't think Tayshia or ABC, at least at the time of us recording this, has officially confirmed this, but we all know Tayshia has stepped in as our new Bachelorette. So to me, and I'm curious your thoughts on this, Avery, every time they promo a season, every interview, whatever, Chris Harrison tells us this is going to be the most dramatic season ever.
Most dramatic season ever.
Right? Okay, this is the first time leading up to something airing that I'm like, holy crap, this is going to actually take the cake.
It actually might.
Right? I can't imagine a more dramatic season. Are you excited? I feel like I know the answer to this, but are you excited?
I'm so excited. No, right? I'm so excited. Especially if it is really going to be the most dramatic season, which I think and hope it will be. There's definitely so many twists and turns, and I think a lot of the viewers are already so involved in this drama, and then there's going to be so much more to come, and just to see this whole thing unravel and all the new guys, I think it'll be super interesting.
And I know, just through that little walk down memory lane you and I just took, Tayshia is such a great person in this setting. She's perfect at communicating her thoughts and feelings. She's comfortable on camera. She really gives people a fair chance and commits herself to relationships, which is so important in a lead. I mean, fans have been saying for such a long time that she would be great as the Bachelorette. So I know I am so excited to see her in this role. What I do think is interesting is, according to our guy, Mr. Reality Steve, she's going to be basically dating Claire's leftover contestants, with which the digging we did about these contestants already we know they're cool guys. We're excited to meet them. We're obviously excited for them to join Bachelor Nation, but they were cast with Claire in mind. So what are your thoughts on Tayshia finding love in like a pool of people that producers ultimately had chosen for somebody else? Is that fair to them? Is that fair to Tayshia? What are your thoughts?
I'm not sure if it's fair to them because signing up, they thought it was going to be one person and then it got switched to another. But I really just think it's on the guys if they want to proceed and find love with Tayshia or if they don't want to. And the same goes on her end. I mean, she's a girl who really knows what she wants. And I think if she was to look at the guys and be like, these aren't a fit for me, I think she'd make that clear and maybe they would do something about that. So we'll see.
Totally. And there is, of course, the possibility that producers have like snuck in some new castmates that we're just not aware of yet. Who really, honestly, who knows what's going on in Palm Springs at that resort? This is going to be one of the craziest.
It's a huge mystery.
Ever. Right. Okay. You guys, unfortunately, that is everything we can share with you all right now. As we learn more, we will share more with you. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring the bell because we will keep you updated. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, and you can follow me on socials at Fiona Zaring. And Avery, where can everybody find you?
At Avery Grooms.
Awesome. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.